What's up, YouTube family? What's up, man? YouTubes. Here to say, this is when lies run the world, and you're looking at the world when lies run it. My man. What's up? I'm here to spread the positive news and let everybody know that we are in the process of going bankrupt. The 6.2 trillion dollars, dude, for your measly 1,200 in the bank. You're gonna fucking bankrupt the nation. Let these guys steal all this money from us again? You guys are really gonna let this happen? Oh fuck, dog. Crazy, dude. Remember when we were bailing all those companies out in 2008? How hesitant everybody was because they knew, everybody knew that taking that size of a fucking creating that much money is gonna devalue our currency so bad that it's not gonna be fun for anybody. Do you remember how worried everybody was? Where was that hesitation whenever Trump was signing fucking 6.2 trillion? Granted, this time it's like relief for the people, when before it was bailing out, banks and car dealerships and stuff like that. But still, dude, I don't know. I would like to see the people manage that money and not them. I'd like to see the people sign off on where every single dollar goes instead of them, I don't want to give them a chance to steal not a dollar, I don't care if we got to feed every homeless person in this country. I don't want them to get a dollar of it, I like, okay, so everybody gets their check in the mail, but now a loaf of bread costs $1,000. What sense does that make? A loaf of bread costs, $50 now, and everybody gets their $1,200 check. How much do you think, if a loaf of bread's $50, you're pretty much bringing wheelbarrows to the grocery store of cash to pay, and it's just not where it's at. So what are you thinking now? What are you guys thinking? We're gonna get our money and everything's gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna live happily ever after? Probably not. I have an inkling that this might be the calm before the storm that Trump was referring to about a year ago, when he was being so cryptid with his freaking, like, what president does that? Don't you want to keep your people, or the people that are trusting you to hold that office? Don't you want to keep them, in the know and be very clear about everything you're doing as their commander in chief? Or are you gonna be like, this might be the calm before the storm? What do you mean, Mr. President? You'll see. Like, what? And people still trust this guy? Shame on you guys, man. I'm curious to see if people actually wake up and realize that right beneath their fucking noses, their country's being taken from them. Right now. Right under their noses, dude. I wonder if people are going to wake up, or if they're going to cash their check and, and that's that. They're just going to live happily ever after. I highly suggest people look into something called it's called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, or Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, right? Check that out. It's a government document that was found accidentally. It was found in a scanner. It was found in a scanner on accident. Somebody left it in there, or bought an old scanner and found it in there. And is a document kind of outlining how the CIA in the 50s is going to use a weapon so advanced against its own people, Americans, so advanced that we're not even going to know, the people aren't even going to know that the weapon's being used against them. They're not even going to know why they feel so angry that they just want to fucking hurt somebody. But I know why. It's because they're being blasted with frequencies, and they're Their electromagnetic field is being vibrated in such a manner that is conducive to hatred, fear, loathe, envy, all that. When really, we live in a time and an era when technology could provide a paradise for every person, man, woman, child on earth. There could be a paradise for everybody. We could live in harmony. With this $6.2 trillion, the people could take it and live in harmony. I'm telling you, fuck these lizards in office, man. The whole government's got to be cleaned, man. It stinks. All of them. Trump, everybody, gotta go. They gotta go. Period. If you were a reality TV star, I'm sorry, but you're not eligible to be president. I'm sorry, that's just one of the new stipulations. If you were ever an actor in Hollywood, I'm sorry, you cannot be president. I'm sorry, whoever, had their sights, set on running the country after being an actor. But no, it's not allowed, okay? If you have any kind of sexual misconduct with children charges, I'm sorry, but you cannot be in our government, okay? If you were ever suspected and there was proof enough to take you to court, but you've ever settled out of court, I'm sorry, but no, that's good enough for me that you settled out of court. That's practically fucking admitting it. So no, you're not allowed in our government. Sorry. If you're, let's say, a drug offender, right? You got busted by some police using drugs. As long as it's not a violent crime, you're still allowed in our government, all right? I still, there's still a chance, Fucking bottomed out, homeless, crackhead, whores. Sorry, but you're not allowed in our government, But either way, you'd be better. If you were a raging crackhead whore and you were going for office, I would rather have you in there as a raging crackhead whore than any one of these fucking people in office right now. Trump, Hillary, fucking any one of the not nilks, which is Clinton backwards, not nilk. Any one of them murderous not nilks. Anyway, I'm really pissed off that it wasn't even like a discussion on whether we should or shouldn't drop 6.2 trill. Like it just happened and was pushed through right away, and that's what makes me kind of hesitant about agreeing with it. But as long as the people like me, my buddy Geoff here, as long as people like us get to like see and watch where every check is cut and where every dollar goes of that 6.2 trill, and I'm good with it, right? But if these greedy, disgusting Khazarian tricksters get their hands on one penny, then I'm sorry, but you guys fucked up. Fucked up again. And you're only going to have yourselves to blame, man. Basque in the new world fucking order because it's at your doorstep and you have a chance. You've had a chance to stop it. But here it comes. Now it's going to be a fight. Mark my words. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now I'm going to sign this, and it's a great honor. $6.2 trillion.
What the hell did you just say?
The world has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on the new vaccine, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 to 15%. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but do people actually read this and see this and then disregard it?
$1 trillion. I've never signed anything with a T on it. I don't know if I can handle this one, Mitch. We can't chicken out at this point, can we? I don't think so.
Given, as you heard from the introduction, that I have been around for a while and have had the opportunity and the privilege and the pleasure of serving in 5 administrations, I thought I would bring that perspective to the topic today, is the issue of pandemic preparedness. And if there's one message that I want to leave with you today based on my experience, and you'll see that in a moment, is that there is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. There will be a surprise outbreak. There will be a surprise outbreak. And I hope by the end of my relatively short presentation, you will understand why history, the history of the last 32 years that I've been the director of NIAID, will tell the next administration that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with.
Thank you all for keeping your distance from each other, and we from each other here.
Now, I'm going to sign this, and it's a great honor. $6.2 trillion.
What the hell did you just say?
$6.2 trillion.
I've never signed anything with a T on it.
Oh, Mr. President, you're so fucking funny.
I don't think so.
I would like to
All right, thank you all.
kick every single one of those dudes in the balls. They can stand in a line like that, and I just want to line them up and knock them down.
Good, I wanted that to be a nice signature. That was...
This is a very special day for us.
For us.
I think it sends a very clear message to the American people.
I think it sends a very clear message to the American people.
Maybe some...
Right through the San Fernando Valley. Wonder what's going on. Those don't look like respirators to me.
To America's families gathered in their homes. We want to send the message to them that our hearts are full of love. America's hearts are full of love for them.
אני פה בטופנגה על האייק. זה פשוט מטורף מה שאני רואה. אני מקווה שכל זה הולך למחסנים, ולא על מה שאני חושב. פה בטופנגה, בולנילס.
And we are all a family. And like many families, we have our differences.
For all you non-believers, this is downtown Los Angeles. They got hella tanks down here. Look, right here. Look, I'm walking across the street for y'all. Look. And this is what we dealing with, downtown Lake. The only thing I'm bullshitting, downtown. Look, Dodger Stadium over there, so y'all don't think I'm bullshitting. Y'all better get ready. These motherfuckers about to do some shit to us, bro. This is a whole other side of the bridge. That shit goes way back over there on that side. This is a whole different side of the bridge. What the fuck? We need answers around here in California. Cause there's no way we got over 100-something tanks, bro. They're trying to kill us. That's crazy.
But we also know what is important to us. And America's families are important for us. So we're so pleased today to be able to have passed on the floor practically unanimously, this important bill cares. And we want to demonstrate that we do care for the American people in every way.
We do care for the American people in every way.
Come on, bitch! Come on, bitch!
To the American public, we hear you, and we're working for you.
I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
And we're working for you. We will get through this together.
Please get a good look at this quote here. I'll read it. It says, if the American people ever allow private banks to control the issue of their currency, first by inflation, then by deflation, the banks and corporations that will grow up around them will deprive the people of all their property until their children wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered. Now, if that isn't exactly what's going on, man, I don't know.
He's going to lead us out of this like he let his companies out of bankruptcy.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. Wait, he didn't lead any company out of bankruptcy.
So what did you guys think of the presentation I picked up off of Demon Hunter's channel, by the way? I didn't want to leave that out. Full of very stimulating information, provoking information, more than thought-provoking, because I just want to grab one of those Khazarian tricksters by the balls and squeeze, man. I want them to feel the pain that they're inflicting on so many American families right now. The pain that so many young children are watching their father crumble with stress and fear at their future, because now all of a sudden, because of coronavirus, their future is disintegrating before their eyes. Man. I went outside today, and I went walking down the street, and it's funny, I live by a golf course, and the golf course this morning packed, you know, those elderly people, some of them don't take no guff, you know, some of them don't, you know, but others are just like, I don't know, it's like walking a dog, you know, monkey see, monkey do. They see people at on the news wear masks or whatever, so now they wear masks. They see people on TV scared, like Tom Hanks going, oh, me and my wife are infected with the corona. And now they have something. Don't people put together in their heads that, like, okay, how many celebrities have come out in the recent as infected, you know? Like, first of all, the odds of becoming a celebrity are astronomical. Now think of the odds of all these celebrities coming down with this virus, and you don't know one person who has it. What are the odds of that? these celebrities live in, you know, big, nicer environment than most of us do. But yet these people, celebrities, are catching coronavirus like all the time, like more so than regular people. That makes no sense. That's just, they reveal themselves by the way that they operate, dude. They're bullshit. They tell you, by the way. They tell us, you know, like in this video, in January 2017, you had the guy tell us that there's going to be a surprise outbreak and that this Trump administration should beware because everybody agrees that there's going to be a surprise outbreak. And not to mention, there was a drill. There was a drill. Just like 9/11, right? There was a drill during 9/11 of hijacked planes. You know, they were running a drill of hijacked planes running into the World Trade Center, and as it was happening. Well, guess what? True to form, there was a drill that a coronavirus was ravishing, you know, the world. And, you know, everybody was racing to get a vaccine. Viruses aren't even what you think, okay? Viruses are your cells secreting, right? Poisons. And these poisons are brought on in your cells by that's right. You know, a new blanketing of radiation. You know, for example, in 18 something or whatever, when radar first came out, right? The Spanish flu broke out, right? The Spanish virus or whatever, Spanish flu. And that was just when radar was coming out, you know? And that was a whole new, the earth was being blanketed with a whole new form of radiation that humans were being, you know, accosted by. And the way that our bodies got used to it was that some cells in our body would succumb and, you know, like become ill, and the other ones would secrete the poisons out, and that's what we would become sick. That's why we'd become sick. It happened again. And get this, right? So 5G's coming out, right? So there's a brand new blanketing of radiation being blanketed on the earth again, right? And there's a city in China, which was the first full-blown green team go on the 5G, where it all went up, called Wuhan, right? That was the first city in China to get the 5G, and that's where this outbreak fucking happened too, right? I don't know. It could be a 5G virus, you know? It could be. It might not be, but it could be. I'm not, the jury's still in. But what I can say is that the steps being taken to correct the coronavirus, right, that is not commensurate to the coronavirus outbreak itself. Shutting down our government, putting all these people out of work, that outcome or that response is not on par with a cold, preventing a cold, okay? The fucking average death for a person infected in Italy is 80 years old. That's higher than the fucking life expectancy here. People are living longer with coronavirus. Oh, gullible people, man. Peace.